Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play .hackgu Volume 2. In the last episode, Alkaid died, more or less. She fell into a coma. A very long, falling into a coma kind of transition, but it happened. So, in between episodes, I went and did a bunch of bike missions to, help cope with the loss of the waifu, but what are you gonna do? I don't mean to sound so, like, who cares, but between the actual scene being, whatever, I made my rant about it last episode, and the fact that I know that, this isn't the end of Alkaid. I'm not really sweating it too much, and I don't think it's any kind of, like, a big spoiler. With the way GU's been going on now, I'm pretty sure everyone can already predict, yeah, all the lost ones come back, so whatever. It would be interesting if, like, what happens if the lost ones didn't come back. Like, what happens? They're just in comas forever. Like, fuck everything. Fuck your happy ending. Like, they're gone. They're gone, and Haseo has to live with his mistake. Well, I mean, it's not their fault, but, whatever I can do to just kind of blame Haseo or whatever. Whatever, man, what are we doing? What are we wasting time here for? I think I remembered I had money now to spend, so I was looking at all these bike parts, and I think I buy, like, the top one for every category, only to realize I've won better bike parts in the races. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So anyway, Alkaid's gone. How are we going to handle this situation now? Besides the very obvious fact that a friend is gone, we have an empty spot in the tournament now. She said to go find Entrance to take over, but are we really gonna do that? Where is Entrance? Entrance is, like, frozen in some crystal in Indigot Lu from the last time we saw him. Well, maybe. I don't know. That's another interesting thing, because it's like, the beginning of the game shows him frozen in that crystal, and Saku's talking to him underwater. But then we get this flashback of Alkaid, also running into Entrance in Makanu and trying to chat with him, and he's so far gone because he's just mourning Mia's death. And then we had that other person in the Alkaid forum that drew a picture saying they saw him there, so it's like, I don't know, I kind of wish, like, that the time frame for all that was a little more elaborated on, because it's like, can he freely come and go from the crystal? Did he imprison himself? Or, I don't know. Was all that before he got imprisoned in the crystal? Who put him there and why? Why are there chains around it too? Oh, I'm so mad, I'm just gonna go check my email or something. Okay, what's up, Atoli? Let's go adventuring. It's almost time for the tournament finals. Today, Lord Kaede praised me for remembering some useful information I read in a strategy guide. She even gave me some area words. I can't wait to try them out. So why don't we go to blah, 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 to level up in preparation for the tournament finals? You won't find me to be the same old Atoli today. I'll back you up like you've never seen before. Oh, would I ever? What? So please feel free. Oh my god. I don't know what I meant to say. I didn't mean it to sound like a sexual thing. I think I was just gonna say, like, oh, you bet I'll back you up. Or even that sounds, oh my god, just never mind. Never mind, just forget it. Whatever. I don't know what I wanted to say there, but it definitely did not mean for it to sound sexual. Just whatever. Oh my god. Let's go level up with Atoli and talk about Alkaid, I guess. But first, there's actually some news stuff. 6 fourth-grade Doll syndrome patients, all 10, have disappeared from their hospital. 400 people from the police, local fire department, and worried parents are searching for the missing kids. Authorities are investigating the possibility that they may have become involved in some kind of incident. I love how that line is just separated. The children were first found to be missing 2 nights ago, apparently having left the hospital and their homes without being spotted. The 6 were all friends in the same class at their school. Local citizens remarked how they used to see them all the time in the park, gathering around playing online games. The principal of their school was quoted as saying that up until they all got Doll syndrome, they were perfectly normal students, all had good lives, they were first to raise their hands in class, and they got along great with their teacher. There was nothing problematic about them at all. Huh. So these 6 kids, that's actually going to come to play in like a future Salvador Ihara kind of segment, so I thought I'd leave that in there. And then the next piece we have is actually our news about Alkaid. So, where is it? Yeah, a 16-year-old girl in Hokkaido was found to have fallen into a coma in her home while playing an online game. According to the girl's mother, who was the first to discover her, the girl began playing an online game after arriving home at 5. At around 8:30, the girl's mother went to call her daughter for dinner and found her collapsed on the floor, still wearing her M2D headset. I almost think it's weird they use her school ID as, like, the picture in the newspaper. She immediately called 911 and the girl was taken to the hospital. The girl's heart had stopped beating by the time she was discovered. Medics were able to restore her heartbeat and breathing using CPR, but her comatose condition remains unchanged. The girl had no major illnesses to speak of and was not acting any differently than usual, according to witnesses. This has led to some think that her collapse was blah blah blah. Dude, over-exaggeration exaggeration, oh my god, I can't even keep up. The girl is a famous player in the online game The World. She had repeatedly been playing the game every day in order to compete in the game's arena battle. Many of the players who have lost consciousness while playing The World have done so while competing in the arena or while leveling up to help their chances of victory. Some medical professionals claim that the tournament is dangerous for these reasons. I mean, no more dangerous than video games in general, which I don't feel are dangerous at all. CyberConnect Japan has repeatedly denied any call to... blah blah blah. Yeah, CC Corp is like, you know, whatever. Like, it's not our fault they're playing video games too much, and it's like, true, but like, I don't know, CC Corp has all those, you know, whatevers. And then information about where Alkaid died. The Kashabadra Battlefield, that's the name. The place where the servant of the gods, the fighting dragon Magmeld, and the humans fought during the war between the humans and the gods. Magmeld now floats in the deepest parts of the area. Neat. Guess that was that dragon thing. Using a special item will allow you to visit the city seen behind Magmeld. I don't remember seeing a city, but I could be wrong. The whole place looked like ruins to me, but... Yeah. Alkaid, 16 years old. I still can't get over just a few episodes ago with the whole, whatever, man. Because it's like, I don't know. When you're a teenager playing the game, it's like one thing. I'm sure, like, how many people out there have, like, had crushes on fictional characters when they were, like, younger, and... You know, you get older and, like, whatever, and it's, like, fine, but, like, I don't know. You never really think of them as, like, how old they really are, because, you know, it all, like, exists in your memory. Like, I started playing Final Fantasy VII when I was 14, I think. It was a few years after it had come out. But I'll always remember, like, Cloud was, like, 21 years old. Like, Tifa was 20, Ares was 22, you know, Sephiroth was, I don't know if they gave Sephiroth's age, Vincent was 27, there's so many 20-something-year-olds in that game, and, like, I'm sitting here now, and, like, I'm well over 21, and, like, you know, despite that fact, because I was playing 7 at the time I was, like, as a teenager, like, I still can't really, like, think of Cloud and most of them as, like, you know, younger than me. They all seem like older adults that have all their shit together. It's weird, like, with fictional shit like that. Like, I feel like when you first, like, latch on to something like that you're like super into. Like it's always hard to kind of like distance yourself because there's always like some part of you that's gonna be like remembering like your state of mind or like the things that were going on in your life when you first like played through it. And then there are some things that just don't make any sense at all. Like, isn't Sonic the Hedgehog supposed to be like 16 years old out of like frickin' nowhere? But like, I don't know. Does anybody really think of what the hell Sonic's age is when they look at him? It's like such a weird thing they gave ages to Sonic characters and Sonic heroes. And then they never like age at all, or I don't know if they do. I'm sure it's only like for like 1 year or so. It boggles my mind that like Tails is like 8. Like like what? Why is Tails like 8 years old, or is it 12? I don't know. He's too young to be like a child prodigy that can like work on mechanics and everything like that. It's so freaking bizarre. God. And Shadow the Hedgehog is like 50-something years old technically, even though he was like frozen in some capsule or magic genie lamp. I don't know. In Sonic Adventure 2, it's like I don't see. When I was young and played Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time, there's that scene at the beginning of the Dark Side story where Shadow's like, "Thank you for releasing me, my master. I will grant you one wish." And it's like, I always thought Shadow was just like being like a smartass, like talking figuratively. But then, like, years and years later, I forget where I saw it. I don't know. Maybe it was Some Call Me Johnny's review, or maybe it was Pro Jared's review, or Jimmy Wetzel's review. It's one review I watched said, like, what is he, a genie? And it's like, I don't know. Like, I never thought of him as that, but ever since they, like, brought that up, I that's what I always think of when I, like, see that scene. It's so weird. But you know what's, like, the weirdest thing of all, if we're talking about, like, just fictional crushes and ages and everything all together? Like, I read through Harry Potter again, like, the whole series for, like, the first time in, like, a really long time. Probably since I was, like, a kid. I don't know. You know what? Come to think of it, I don't think I ever read through the entirety of Harry Potter in, like, one go. Like, I got into the books, like, when there were 3 of them out, and then I read all 3 of those, and then, you know, I read each book as they came out, but that's besides the point. You know what's, like, super weird? There are, like, a disturbingly large amount of people that have, like, big boners for Draco Malfoy, and I'm like, that's weird. That's, like, the weird thing to me. And, you know, it's like, I guess I don't really care, because it's like, again, it's a fictional crush, and, you know, so many of these perspectives are coming from, like, either when they were kids or whatever. But it's like, why? I don't get it. He's like a little turd, like, all the time. I'm assuming they mean, like, towards, like, when he's becoming a bad guy, but, like, you can see, like, within himself, like, he doesn't want this for himself, but he's, like, you know, being pressured and forced to by his dad and Voldemort. But I don't know. It's like, it's weird. And like with Harry Potter, it's like even weirder because it's like all of these characters could be anywhere between like 10 years old and 18 at like any given point in these books. So it's like you say something like Draco Malfoy is my crush, and it's like when doesn't matter. It's it's weird. I don't know, but like whatever.
Are you ready?
I don't care. You know, when Haseo does that like awakening thing where he like jumps up and like does that, it gets me thinking. Like I know they would never do this because it's like it's more of like a traditional JRPG and everything like that, but like you see all the crazy shit he does in cutscenes and everything, and it's like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, I get it's hard to, like, program stuff like that, but wouldn't it be cooler if, like, they went and stepped it up a notch and did something like, I don't know, like maybe have like the characters control in battle a little more like Devil May Cry or something like that, and you could like input different button combinations to do like your different skills and stuff like that. I don't know, it definitely helped like liven up the monotony and everything like that. Man, that bird noise is like super annoying. A lot of the enemy noises in this game are like super annoying. They all just go like over and over and over again. But yeah, as I'm going through and like you know, editing together all this footage and everything, the more I'm like realizing I really do hate the flying enemies. Like I waste a ton of time trying to bring them to the ground. And it's okay if you're like a bit higher leveled and you could do like your aerial skill and get them down in like one shot, but like for some of those newer enemies that are more along the lines of your level or a little bit higher, they can take like a while to get down. And I'm not like really sure why, but the scythe seems to be able to hit them in the air most of the time. Like I don't know, it's very strange. I mean, the broadsword can too, but it's so, you know, hard to move with that weapon. And the scythe is like such a wide range, it like hits anything all over the place. But yeah, have I rambled on long enough? Can I like start talking about why we're here, I guess? We're here because padding. No, but we're here because Atoli wanted to train, and you know, I will say, it is kind of appropriate they have, like, an Overcast, you know, rain area for, like, the area you go to immediately following Alkaid's death. And yeah, I'm gonna keep on calling it Alkaid's death, because, like, I don't know, it's just, like, ridiculous that, I don't know. Like, even in the first series, it was, like, characters falling into comas. It sounds like something, like, you'd hear on a soap opera. I guess because, like, comas and soap operas are just, like, two things people, like, connect with immediately, because... I don't know. I don't know where I saw, like, parodies of soap operas so much as a kid. Maybe Friends, because Joey was, you know, a doctor on one of those shows, but... yeah, I always just, like, think of, like, soap operas when it comes to, like, comas and everything, so I don't know. And the way that scene handled when Alkaid fell into a coma, it's like, come on, like, more or less, like, given any other context for an RPG, this is Alkaid's death. Let's just be honest. That's how it was treating it. I still can't get over how long it took Alkaid to fall into a coma. Like, I don't know. It still, like, baffles me. Like, can that happen? Can it take, like, you know, ages to fall into... Whatever.
Right.
She's so happy.
Did something happen? You seem kind of off today.
Yeah, you're not insulting anybody or being a pain in the ass or anything. I love how every single time you go to one of these areas where only two people are, like, required to be in your party, that third person always, like, hands back and just, like, watches you like a creep.
Wait a minute. You mean she quit the
Like, and Coon could have, like, stuff to, like, add to this conversation, too.
More Ida. Atoli, stand back.
Yeah, and random Ida, just in an area. Come on. Come on. I'm right here. Skeeth! God, like every single time, it doesn't get old at all. I have nothing positive to say. I'm exhausted. I've exhausted all of my positivity. I don't know, I can't, like, focus on anything at all. You'll probably notice that, all of these Anna battles are going by a lot faster the more we go on, and you know, they did mention when you first started doing Avatar battles that, you know, Skaith's level is going to level up alongside Haseo. Like, if you went back and did, the Serpent Allure's, like, VR missions, for practice, and you'll notice that a lot of those battles are probably going to be easier because you're at a higher level now. But yeah, I guess I never really realized though until doing this that that the enemy levels don't really seem to like raise at all. So all of these Idas are just getting easier and easier, and maybe that's like a good thing because it's like, you know, it can show that Skaith is getting stronger too, or Haseo, you know, whatever. But I don't know. It's just kind of something odd I noticed. That was like probably our fastest Avatar battle. They're almost just like random encounters. Take less time than random encounters.
Was also attacked by Ida?
Yeah.
I couldn't save her either.
Haseo.
It's the same as with Shino.
It's all my fault. It's all because I had my epitaph stolen.
Ida's the one who got Alkaid. Your epitaph had nothing to do with it.
But Master Yada said
Master Yada's full of shit. Don't call him Master! God damn it!
that the Ida server might have come about because of Ida's increased activity after taking my epitaph. In that case, it really is mine.
That's just Yada's guess. Don't worry about it.
But Haseo, Sirius changed because he became infected by Ida too. You see, if Sirius hadn't been infected by Ida, then Alkaid would still be all right.
Atoli, don't make everything your fault. If you say things like that, then all this becomes my responsibility for not being able to solve anything.
Like, right back at you, Haseo. Like, stop making it all about you, too. Like, god damn it. Just... It's a shitty situation, guys. Like, accept it. But... whatever. So, that was, you know, the aftermath of Alkaid's death. Coma, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so next time, I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see. Let's open up my folder here. Just right on the recording and see what happens. Oh! Cool. There is something big and important going to happen in the next episode, so you can look forward to that. I don't know if I'll have time to ramble, so maybe we'll have, like, an informative episode of a Let's Play, too. That'll be fun. I mean, less fun, but still, you know, whatever. Because, I don't know about you guys, but the main reason I come to watch .hack2u Let's Plays is to talk about the validity of Draco Malfoy crushes. See you guys next time.